Let me start with a truth that might sting. When a woman ignores you, it's not always because she doesn't care. Sometimes she's watching how you'll react. Will you lose your composure and chase her harder, or will you stay calm and centered? This is one of those quietists women give men without admitting it. Yes, sometimes she's upset, sometimes she's genuinely busy. And yes, sometimes she wants to see if you'll scramble for her attention. The problem is most men fail this test. They panic, they send a flood of texts, they call, they over-explain. And in doing so, they hand over all their power. That's when attraction dies. Here's the truth. When she ignores you, your reaction matters more than the silence itself. If you respond with neediness, you lose respect. If you respond with anger, you look insecure. But if you respond with calmness and confidence, everything shifts. Remember, women are emotional. They pull back to process feelings or toe gauge how you'll handle pressure. If you stay grounded, you spark curiosity. You become the man she can't easily shake. So let's break this down. Here's exactly how to act when a woman ignores you. 1B, stay calm. Don't chase her silence. The biggest mistake men make is overreacting. She doesn't reply to your text. Hours pass and suddenly your mind races. Did I mess up? Is she losing interest? Did she meet someone else? That spiral leads straight to desperate behavior. Double texting, calling, confronting her. But here's what you don't realize. Your reaction speaks louder than your words. When you panic, it shows you're not in control. That's an attractive. Now imagine the opposite. She ignores you and you simply carry on with your day. No overthinking, no chasing, just calm focus. That calmness communicates power. It says you're not desperate or dependent on her validation, and that makes you stand out. I'll give you an example. A friend once admitted she ignored a guy's text just to test him. She expected him to double text, but he didn't. And instead of feeling powerful, she got irritated. She kept checking her phone, waiting for him to reach out. Eventually, she texted him first. That's the power of calmness. When you don't chase, her silence loses control over you. 2. Understand what her silence really means. Not every woman ignores for the same reason. Sometimes she's upset and needs space. Sometimes she's testing you, and sometimes it has nothing to do with you. She's simply busy or distracted. If you assume the worst, you'll overreact. If you assume it's always a test, you'll get defensive. Both responses ruin attraction. Instead, shift your mindset. Don't ask, why is she ignoring me? Ask, how can I carry myself no matter what? That's what earns respect. If she's upset, your calmness gives her space to come back. If she's testing, your composure shows she can't control you. If she's busy, your patience proves you're secure. 3. Meet silence with silence. One of the strongest moves a man can make is to respond to her silence with his own. Most women expect you to chase. When you don't, it unsettles them. They start questioning, why isn't he reacting? Did I push him away? Did he lose interest? That uncertainty works in your favor. It tells her you're not desperate. You have standards, and your life doesn't revolve around her. The key, don't denounce it. Don't say, fine, I'll ignore you too. That's childish. Just act. Stay consistent. Use the silence to focus on yourself, not to wait by the phone. Over time, most women break first, sending a casual, hey, what are you up to? Just to see if you'll engage. This isn't manipulation, it's discipline. It's showing her and yourself that you won't beg for attention. 4. Know when to pull back versus when to walk away. Pulling back is temporary. You reduce energy and attention to create space. This works when she's mildly ignoring or just distracted. It's a way of saying, I'm not chasing. You decide if you want to be here. Walking away is final. It's what you do when ignoring becomes a pattern of disrespect. If she repeatedly treats you like an option, the strongest move is to leave for good. That's not weakness, it's self-respect. The difference is simple. Pull back when it's situational. Walk away when it's consistent. 5. Reclaim control of the frame. Every relationship has a frame, an invisible dynamic of who leads and who follows. When she ignores you, she's trying to shift the frame in her favor. Most men surrender instantly. They double text. They beg for reassurance. They chase. but that puts her in control. Reclaiming the frame means you stop seeking validation. You mirror her energy instead of chasing it. You focus on your own priorities instead of obsessing over hers. You carry yourself like the prize. When you hold the frame, she respects you more. And respect always fuels attraction. 6. Build scarcity and value. Men lose attraction when they're too available. Always replying instantly, always waiting, always free. That kills value. Scarcity creates desire. When your attention is limited, it becomes more valuable. So instead of chasing harder, pull back your energy. Invest in your goals, your health, your social life. When she sees you're leveling up, when she realizes she's not the center of your world, her respect and curiosity increase. Scarcity makes her chase. 7. Know when to walk away for good. At some point, ignoring stops being a test and becomes disrespect. If she repeatedly ghosts, strings you along, or treats you like an option, it's time to let go permanently. Look for the signs. Consistent ignoring, one-sided effort, open disrespect, or constant anxiety on your end. If being with her drains you instead of giving you peace, the answer is clear. Walking away isn't anger, it's dignity. It's the ultimate power move because it shows you can't be controlled. And ironically, it's what earns the deepest respect. Here's the bottom line. A woman ignoring you isn't the end of the story. It's a moment that reveals who you really are. You can panic, chase, and lose yourself, or you can stay calm, disciplined, and unshakable. Women admire looks, success, and charm. But what they respect most is strength. The ability to hold your frame and walk away when you're not valued. Attraction is built on respect, and Themen who remains calm, centered, and unattached to outcomes will always